It's a big week on the gridiron for a lot on the line as teams look to stamp its ticket to district playoffs, including that big Section 2 showdown between Garden Spot and Manheim Central. And here to break it all down for us is Jeff Reinhart from LLLeaguesports.com. Now we have to start with that big game between the Spartans and the Barons. Now, Jeff, the winner gets home field advantage in the first round, but there's a little emotional value to this game as well. This is Garden Spot's last game in the section, and they've never beaten the Barons, so a lot on the line in what could be an even game.
Yeah, how about that? Garden Spot's never beaten Manheim Central in a football game. Seems hard to believe, but yeah, I think Garden Spot's got a legit chance here. This is probably their best chance in a bunch of years in this series. The key here will be Manheim Central's defense, third ranked in the league, 244 yards game against Garden Spot's high-flying offense here with Mr. Armbrust and Mr. Schlegel. They missed Dakota lead here for a couple of weeks, but they've been humming along quite nicely, still putting up a lot of points, doing a lot of things. Great matchup here. Everybody's been kind of looking forward to this. Winner definitely gets a home game for districts. And Garden Spot's final game in Section 2, they'll get on to Section 3 next year. So a lot riding here. This should be a dynamite, fantastic game.
It definitely will be a very close game, but both of those teams will be looking at the CVLS score very carefully. If the Pioneers lose, they can claim that section title with LS. But the Bucks fighting for a chance at postseason themselves, and it's deja vu all over again. Unbeaten LS, the favorite. Can the Bucks pull over the upset like last season?
I've seen LS here a bunch lately. They're really good. They're cooking. They have a lot of steam. I think LS kind of takes care of business this year. I think they might have looked past CV last year in Week 10, and Buckskins tripped them up. So CV needs win and help to get in here in Quad A. LS with a win will definitely clinch no worse than a 2 seed behind Bishop McDevitt. We'll see what the Crusaders do on Friday, but I think LS takes care of business here. I think they learned a lot from last year's game, and I know they've got to go on the road, but I really like the way the Pioneers are playing right now. Look out for LS.
All right, we stay in Section 2 now. Finally, Cocalico. The Eagles on the outside looking in right now in those power rankings. They need to win tomorrow night against Cocalico to even have a chance. Now, the key to this game really is who can step up and defend against that ground attack. Do you think with the Eagles' win over CV, that switched up momentum a little bit in their favor?
Definitely, yeah. Cocalico has some nice momentum, and this is 2 years in a row where they've really picked it up in the second half of the season and did some things. And they're young, so I think Cocalico's got a bright future here ahead. Like you said, they're going to need a win here and probably some major help to make AAA, but I think they'd really like to beat Cocalico and get a win and finish 500. I think they'll feel better moving forward going into the offseason. But yeah, the key's going to be stopping Joe Welk, 1,000-yard back. Keep an eye on the defense for Cocalico. If you like a running game, Coreyville is the place to be on Friday night. Should be a ton of rushes in that one.
That'll certainly be another close game on the docket. Well, as always, Jeff, thanks for coming. And remember, you can head to Jeff's blog at LLLeaguesports.com. Well, that's it for sports. We'll be right back.